Hey everybody, what's going on? That's Creature Carl there, beloved mascot of the creatures, found dead in July 2017, just 8 years old. And the killer is in this very Ferris wheel room thingy pod? That's right. Every creature here at the Creature Hub Park to retrace the steps leading up to young Carl's demise and to determine who is responsible once and for all. The wiki states there are over 20 of you, but I'm most interested in Kucha, Smells, boss and runner of the creatures, Uber Haxer Nova, aka James, aka Mr. Moneybags, net worth estimated between $30,000 and $3 billion per video he makes. Dan's News, film enthusiast, mother of the creatures, chief editor in command. Of course they're all important, some more than others, but they are all suspects. By the time this
7.5 minutes
Ferris wheel ride is over, the truth will be revealed. Before entering the Creature Hub Park, we must recall the events leading up to its creation. It was the break of dawn in the early morning, around 2008-2010 when they all met, starting with Kucha, Z, and Stevie Y. Most of the creatures came to know each other through machinima and Let's Play collaborations, as well as just playing games together and noticing each other's channels. The word creature derives from the COD 4 creature crawl, to crawl like a creature. The phrase leaked into their vocab, eventually becoming the name of their weekly talk show, Creature Talk, which took place once every few weeks, was at least an hour late, and had audio quality like this. Drew by Nova, following Kucha's schematic. This is where Creature Carl was born, becoming the mascot of the group. This pre-hub group consisted of Kucha, Z, Chill, Junk, Nova, Gassy, Sly, Seamus, Spoon, and Dance. Their following grew in number and loyalty. In the early days of streaming, they were industry leaders. Now they required a hub on YouTube for all their creature content to be located. After much deliberation over the name, The Creatures was chosen, but that was taken, so they settled on the Creature Hub, in honor of other hubs they frequented. Now with the hub and the podcast gaining sizable followings, an opportunity for expansion presented itself, moving together in Colorado to start filming and producing content as a business. And here, at the entry gate, we had the first departures from the creatures. Junkyard129 was excited by the idea of moving to a new house with a bunch of gamer dudes, but suspected his wife and kids wouldn't appreciate it. Chilled Chaos objected to this group of friends becoming a business. What did he think? The group would become undone by business decisions and personal squabbles? What a stupid idea. I'm glad he left and never had a more successful solo channel. Creature Carl waved goodbye as they entered the creature park. The first step in the park is of course Gumby's Roller Coaster Tycoons. It was like a YouTube gamer boy band. Nova, SSOH, Dans and Gassy moved into the first creature house, which was by all accounts fucking massive, like the current hype house content mines nowadays, but not quite as glamorous. The content was chaotic, spur-of-the-moment hijinks. Among the big ups of the roller coaster years was Nova, who was one of the biggest YouTube gamers in the world, competing with PewDiePie and CNanix. He was humbly bigger than the creatures as a group, but with the ups you must have downs. For the creatures, it was Gassy leaving the group. After a personal falling out of Dan's and complaints about the standards of the house, he moved into a separate apartment and appeared in less creature content. Dan's and Kucha pushed for the group to vote, and it was decided he should leave. To be fair to Gassy, if I worked and lived in a house with a bunch of YouTube gamer boys who were always pulling pranks like stink bombs and not doing the dishes, I would also be pissed, and you can hardly expect a bunch of early 20-year-olds to not fall out with each other. People that age are stupid. I'm that age. The roller coaster continues twisting around. The lease ends on the first house, and they swap to a more suitably fucking massive place. Sly, Spoon, and Immortal moved to nearby in Colorado. Immortal becoming a creature after some water bottle shenanigans. What a ride for Creature Carl. It was a mixed bag of content, inconsistent in quality and quantity, but they were established, and it was time for the group to become more adult and professional. To the VIP drinks tent to do some networking and professional businessing. The creatures abandoned the house setup in place for an office, what they had planned to do from the start. An employee is hired, Spencer, the first of 5 employees the creature would hire at the office. This extra manpower on the Creature Hub gave it consistency and quality. The house era is many people's favorite era, including mine, but the office era is king in terms of production. Almost all of the channel's most successful videos and moments were during this period. And here we see the departures of Sly Foxhound for family reasons, SSOH, who left after a string of absences for personal reasons, and Kevin. Also Kevin joined the creatures, along with Dex in 2014. Departures saw long-term fan favorites gone, and Kevin, but they hadn't been present in many recent videos, so their loss wasn't detrimental for the group, with the Creature Hub passing 1 million subscribers in 2015. Hub videos, Creature Talks, live action skits, live streams, road trips, and being swatted live on stream are just a few examples of the fun content from the office. With the release of Trapville being right around the corner, things are looking good for the creatures. Dex left the group after 2 years, citing being treated too much as an employee and not a friend. Speaking of business, their networking had landed them a partnership with the Let's Play network, surely guaranteeing the channel longevity and growth for the foreseeable future. Hang on, where's Immortal HD and Nova? I think I saw them go off to the Haunted House of Horrors. For a few months, Nova had been absent from the Creature Hub. Something seemed afoot. Then, out of nowhere, a livestream was announced. The two most popular creatures with the best chemistry, Immortal and Nova, announced they're leaving the creatures, effective immediately, taking with them 3 employees to start their own collab channel, Calchop. They chose to leave over creative differences and lack of freedom within the creatures, which is translated by the community to mean Kucha forced them out by being an asshole bossy boss. And there might have been some truth. Kucha had started a secret relationship with an employee, which didn't sit right with some of the group, but people still went too far in their speculation. Following their departure, Spoon and Zero Viking confirmed on Twitter that they hadn't been members of the group for a long time now, resulting in outlash from the community, a mass unsubbing and dislike bombing on all their videos from the hub. Just look at those dislike ratios. Wowza. Now the only remaining creatures are Kucha and Dance, 2 of the least popular and most hated, as some people had still not gotten over the gassy Mexican drama. This was the beginning of the end for the hub, while Calchop lived happily ever after. But this isn't the last stop for Carl. There has been one more. The circus for the clown show. In an attempt to bolster the numbers, all employees are named official creatures. The employees were already very divisive in videos, and this was not a popular decision. The creatures distanced themselves from Carl, removing him from profiles and marketing. They continued making videos for another year, with every video getting less views and more dislikes. They briefly moved into a third house, but when Let's Play put all the Creature Hub merch on clearance, the creatures were not long for this world. In a final video, Kucha and Dans announced the end of the group. The two had put the most effort into the channel and were the ones to put it out of its misery, ending Creature Carl's life on July 14, 2017. And that leaves us here, on the Ferris wheel of finality. Who killed Creature Carl? I'm sure if it was put up to a vote, Kucha would be chosen, but it's more nuanced than that. As the boss, he should have kicked Gassy if he wasn't contributing. He could have given the Calchop members creative freedom, but would that not have just ended like Calchop did in demonetization hell? You can argue it was because they had become a business in the first place that killed Carl. Like Chilled Chaos said, maybe if they all just stayed a group of friends with a podcast, they would still be best friends. Maybe the group was doomed from the start. Creature Carl only had a 6-year lifespan, and he lived for 7. Nothing could have stopped this group from eventually splitting apart over time. Or they should have hired outside management, so that Kucha could just be a creature and not the boss. Similar to how Yogscast did. So there's your answer. Unsatisfying as it is, but deal with it. Creature Carl died from natural circumstances. Maybe with a very good lawyer you could get Kucha done for manslaughter, but you'd be on the back foot. Or you can move on if you want to. It's about time. You can always come back and revisit the attractions of the Creature Hub Park. I know I will.